Every time I turn on my computer, it tries to get me to download Windows 11, and I don't want Windows 11. Every time I turn it off, it says, are you sure you don't want to update? And I really don't. I don't need it, don't want it. So what I did was I opened up Dark Souls 1 on the PlayStation 5, and I went and I killed Seath the Scaleless by cutting off his tail, and I got the Moonlight Greatsword. And then I went to the channelers in the Duke's archives, and I went and farmed them for like 2 hours to get the 1% drop rate Channeler's Trident. And then I took out my anger against Windows 11 by invading people and then killing them. Now, Dark Souls 1 isn't as active as it should be, so I was only able to find solo hosts. My crutch just fell over, and then it fell into a vacuum and knocked that over. What was I saying? Only solo hosts. I was only able to invade solo hosts, so I tried to make that as entertaining as I could. So you're just gonna have to tolerate that and be entertained by one-on-one encounters. I have more fun in Dark Souls 1 when I just avoid backstabbing people. Like with I just don't take the easiest backstabs, and normally I just like walk up and kick them or R2 them instead. I made this evil, fucked up, dark mage guy. Got dark sorceries, dark spells, pyromancies, and the one dark miracle, the Gravelord Sword Dance. So it's been pretty fun trying to cycle between those. This host was pretty smart, like for a PvEer. They hid to heal. And they kind of knew that I was trying to get them around the corner with this. They were cautious. Their damage was also really good with that lightning spear. They actually almost got me right there. I like how you can block with your weapon in Dark Souls 1 and it actually works. See, they've got the mage ears on, but they're using the lightning spears, so they're not benefiting from it at all. And I've got magic damage entirely. I've got the Moonlight Greatsword, which is entirely magic damage in Dark Souls 1, so it's just exploding them, literally, with a explosive R2 projectile thing. It broke though, and I didn't feel like getting repair powder from the bowels of my inventory, so I decided to give Velka's rapier some love. It does like 2 damage, which is a shame, because it's a fun weapon. Incredible skill right there. That one was a lot of fun. I really did enjoy that one. Had a little scythe mirror with this guy. It went a lot longer than this. I think I got bored eventually and decided to just dark bead nuke him in the end. I remember it took me a while to find this guy. I was playing around with some non-dark pyromancies here. I like how much damage Fire Whip does in Dark Souls 1 compared to 3 and 2. And they were just walking away from my dark orbs there, showing how unbothered they were. That should have given me a clue that this person wasn't going to be easy to bully, and then I mistook my repair powder for Estus, and I just sprinkled fairy dust on my weapon right in front of their face. Got exploded, rightfully so. In this invasion, you'll get to watch me spam some Dark Bead and Black Flame, both very spammable. What's nice about that combination is that sometimes they'll roll in on the Dark Bead, then you can Black Flame them. I'm trying to mix up the, what's it called, Homing Soul Mass with Black Flame as well, trying to combo it together. I'd prefer to have Pursuers, but I don't have the stats for it, unfortunately. I just need 4 points, so I might take this build a little bit higher at some point, but then I would have to make a new level 50 or so character and to replace it. Is my attempt at toggle escaping. It's funny how sometimes if you Q Estus out of a roll, it does the little, I don't know what you want me to do, man, animation. Dark Souls 1 characters like to do. Something nice about thrusting swords in DS1 is the running attack having 2 hitboxes, where it triggers twice. Didn't have much Estus kindled at this bonfire. And that's because I'm going into New Game Plus, and I'm going into New Game Plus because I forgot to get the Red Eye Orb, so these were all cracked Red Eye Orb invasions. And that's also why there's no gank clips, because normally I would have just kept going until I found more interesting encounters to show you, but I had a finite amount of invasion opportunities. So in this next one, I actually put my red sign down, and someone actually picked it up. Wasn't expecting that, honestly. I was just going on my phone and just waiting to see if anyone would. Tried to land an R2 there, and it almost got me killed, as you can see. Survived with like 1 HP. I have to say, by the way, the Titanite catch pole is so fun. It's so nice. It looks very silly. I like the shape of the end of it. It looks like a big, weird fork. It's also kind of difficult to get. I was just lucky enough to have it drop for me when I killed a Titanite demon in my playthrough. Also got the Moonlight Butterfly Horn here. This is a unfortunate encounter. I like the horn too, also pure magic damage. Kind of wish it had a unique R2 though, like maybe if it shot one of the Moonlight Butterfly lasers or something like that. P.S. While I was farming for the Channeler's Trident, I encountered not 1, but 2 Vagrants, 1 red and 1 white. So, that was interesting because I haven't seen a Vagrant in like years, and suddenly seeing 2 in a row was just ridiculous. I guess it was good luck because I got the Channeler's Trident like right after this happened. I don't have any clips with that weapon because I'm going into New Game Plus to get the Red Eye Orb, because I ran out of those at this point. And I figured that since I'm going into New Game Plus, it's a pretty good excuse to do a dried finger run. So that's going to be happening around April 25th, and I expect to see every single one of you there invading us. It's going to be great. We're going to be joined by Kid Hellacious, so it's going to be like a joint stream between us. Kid Hellacious is a very entertaining, very cool streamer who I'm sure you know of. And if you don't, you should check her out. She's a fellow DS3er, and she also makes cool music. So I'm positive that you're just vibrating with anticipation at this news. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get out your calendar, and you're gonna look for the box that says 25 under the month of April in 2025. And you're gonna write down Kid Hellacious and Ye Tomato Dried Finger Run Dark Souls Remastered on PlayStation. And when that date arrives, you're gonna get out your Red Eye Orb and you're gonna invade us and then kill us in Dark Souls Remastered. And it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I look forward to it. So here's a little sneak peek of another build I'm working on, just one more invasion. It's my first ever faith build in Dark Souls 1. It's a cleric. I just called it missionary. Hopefully people will assume it's a cleric guy and not the other thing when they see that name invading them. Anyway, this is Kid Hellacious, actually, that I'm invading in this clip. Using a poison longbow to try and poison her through a shield there. I saw Martyr's Brigade 99 using that in one of his older videos. Sword dance is so much fun. I love the burger flip. Went for a silly heal there. That's almost rolled off the cliff too. I'm definitely not great at Dark Souls 1. I'm learning. I'm still learning. I kept invading in Blighttown yesterday, and I'm just trying to memorize the layout, but it's so complicated. I think it'll take a while. I'm trying to figure out face tank, poise, set up parries there. Another silly heal. I'd like to be able to memorize the layout of Blighttown, like just enough to know roughly where a host is based on where I'm spawning in, and maybe figure out some vantage points and escape routes that I can get to. I mean, knowing how I can get to like the nearest group of enemies would be nice too, as well. Here's a bonus little invasion I thought was funny enough to include. It involves sword dance and kicking. I'll just let that play while I say thanks for watching this, and goodbye. I hope to see you at the Dried Finger Run, April 25th.